What's going on, guys? Cody here. I'm just going to do a little update on the IQR build and what's going on with it. One thing I do want to say is the 2012 is gone. I sold it. I just figured I didn't need two sleds in the garage, two IQRs. And I'm building this IQR behind me, and it's going to be one badass machine. I mean, I'm going full out. It's got 12-gallon tank. It's got a studded track, you guys will see. I'm doing oil injection. I mean, I went through the sled top to bottom, replaced any bushing, bearings, stuff like that needed to be replaced. So I'm going to give you guys kind of an update walkthrough of what's going on to the sled right now. So as you see, the tank and the seat are just sitting on there just for mock-up purposes. I got the pipe in there for mock-up purposes. So I put the rear skid and track drive assembly in today. I picked up this track on eBay, stock 1 3/4 snowcross track with, it's fully studded. I think it's like 96 studs. I'm not exactly sure, but it's really nice. I picked it up for a good deal, and it'll be good for this season. Obviously got the 12-gallon tank on there. I got the pipe on there, so I'll show you. So as you guys know, well, don't know maybe, now you do, I'm doing oil injection on this motor. So here's the oil pump that I purchased. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But with oil injection, you need a oil reservoir. So what I've come up with is, this is the only good spot that I can find for the oil jug to go. And I know it's pretty close to the pipe, but I think I can either put some aluminum shield like tape on this, or I'm gonna actually build an aluminum housing for this to sit down in. That'll have, you know, just a slight bit gap between, you know, the plastic and the aluminum, so it'll kind of shield it. But I think this is a good spot for my oil injection tank. I got the little nipple right down there, can go straight down to the motor. So I got that I'm working on. I have a Jaws can, but I think I'm gonna run this. It's a BMP, Bikeman Performance can. I had it on the 2012 and I took it off because I really like the sound of it. Like I said, this is just sitting in here. It's roughly where it goes. It's not exactly, so I'm hoping that for whatever reason it's not pushed closer when it's installed. I don't think it will be, but you never know. So I'm working on that. And then, yeah, I was talking about the oil injection over here. So I'm still waiting on top end parts for this motor. It's got 130 PSI in each cylinder, but I'm just going to do a freshen up because it's cheap insurance for me. I'm getting a top end OEM Polaris top end for it. But I did the oil pump conversion on this motor, and that makes a huge difference on these. So 2015 and up, they have all the oil injection ports. So there's one here, there's one in the middle right here, and then there's a third one right here. These two down here are for the EFI sleds, and then there's two lines that run up. There's one here and one here that go to the carburetors. So I got the pump, I bought the lines. As you can see, I got, you know, spare hose, and I bought these little hose clamps that came with the hose on eBay. Bought the pump on eBay used. This is like a 2007 era. I don't know. It's like, I don't know if it's like 2006 and newer oil pumps, but it has the 6 ports on it. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ports, and then it has the cable, obviously, and then the fitting on the back is what really matters. It goes into your drive, because I wasn't gonna pay $600 for the one through JS Power Sports or Uncle Mark. Just way too much. So with everything, oh, and then I bought, hang on, so this is your original throttle cable right here. It's just a single cable. Well, you need a second cable to drive your oil pump, right? Okay, so I went on and ordered the same, off the same sled, 2007 IQ 600 HO. And here's the, so this is the oil pump side that goes into your oil pump. This goes into your carburetor, runs up, it's got the splitter, goes into one cable, and then you got your adjustment. I found out right now, I hooked it up to the carburetor, made sure it's pulling the carburetor slides all the way open, but this is almost all the way out. There's maybe, you know, a quarter of an inch or so of threads into this block. So it's pretty much all the way out, but it'll work. I found that it will work. And I picked this cable up. I mean, so with the cable, the reservoir, everything basically you need for 2015 and up oil injection kit. I'm into this thing for $150. So yeah, it's a really good deal. And I just bought everything off eBay basically. The one thing I did wait and bought locally is one of these little T-fittings, these 1/8 inch T-fittings for the line. Because if you go on JS Power Sports or watch Uncle Mark's video, there's a little splitter here. You can see I got 2 oil lines going into one, which goes up to the carburetor because there's 6 lines off of this oil pump. But that's the only thing I did buy off eBay. And then, so I got some Thunder products here. This is a IntelliJets. They make Dialojets too, and they also make torque wings, which these are torque wings. You can see, and the carbs are just, that's all they are. They're just a piece of stainless steel, and it's supposed to help torque and low end power. So the torque wings and the IntelliJets, between the two, I think they're like $500 for everything. The IntelliJets are, here's the jets that come with the IntelliJets. Here's a dial. So this is nice. You can get Dialojets, they're cheaper, but the IntelliJets are nice because they have this lean and rich mixture screw that literally you can just mount on the dash as you're riding, even lean it out, richen it up as you go. Another thing that comes, but I had to buy is this is like a remote reservoir kit because, well, I'll show you in a second. And then also I had to buy some larger bull nuts that he sells. So this all comes from Thunder Products. If you guys ever go over to Lon, talk to Lon at Thunder Products, he's, I believe, the owner, and he's a really, really nice guy, very knowledgeable. He'll help you out. But yeah, then you got these. See if I can get a better view. It's too close. So you got these little nipples. They have threads on one end. So you drill a hole in the side of these nuts and tap it, and then you put one of these in there. That's your fuel line that goes up to your jet here, and then your jet goes into one of these brass pieces, as you can see. One of them brass tubes, which then your brass tube gets mounted into your carburetor. Basically, it just kind of sticks in here like this at a 90-degree angle to the flat surface, and it sprays fuel in. But why I got those little remote things is because, give me a second here, maybe, is there's not a lot of room between, oh, there we go. There's not a lot of room between the carburetor and the airbox. There's like no room. Versus like I can show you on my dad's sled that we're building. He's got Dialojets. And here, let's get some more light on this situation. So he's got Dialojets, and you can see that carburetor has a ton more room between the airbox. Yeah, look at all that room. So yeah, that's kind of how they get mounted. So there's a different valve. So mine are the IntelliJets, those little aluminum brass T-fittings I showed you. That's will be right here, and then those little round tubes will go into my carburetor like that. So yeah, so that's kind of an update on what's going on. What else can I tell you? Well, we got some snow here in Minnesota. Kind of Midwest area has gotten some snow. We kind of been snowing all week. It's Thursday, and it started snowing on Monday here. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that it's still here. Normally we don't get snow until maybe late December. We're lucky if we even have snow for Christmas, but so I'm pretty pumped. I'm really motivated to get this thing done. My parts, I should be picking them up either tomorrow or Saturday this week, and hopefully getting that top end done, because that's what's holding me back right now. I have the oil and pump set up on that. Oh, excuse me. The motor's got to go back in the chassis. I want to get the exhaust hooked up properly, and then I can mount this reservoir, because if for whatever reason the exhaust is now pushed way over here and you only got that much of a gap between this reservoir and this, I am going to have to figure out where else to mount this thing, because I mean, I know if you go on JS Power Sports, the reservoir that they sell with this is different. I know this particular one is just a coolant bottle I bought off Amazon, but the other one, this would be like for the $600 sleds that I think mounts on this side of the sled. But I think I can make this work. So yeah. So we'll wait and see. I just don't want to be modifying or fabricating things twice. So, because if I have to weld on the chassis or do something, I'd rather just do it once instead of having to do it twice. Oh man, I got a lot of stuff to do, but I'm telling you what, this sled is going to be so nice when it's done. It's going to run so good with them Dilojets and them torque wings. Right now, I'm just going to run the stock Snowcross setup. I don't know what the secondary spring is. I think the primary is like 165 over 330. So that's pretty aggressive engagement. And then it's got like a 58 gram weight in it for the primary. But otherwise, yeah, it's just stock IQR. If you go online, you'll see what the specs are. Just everything stock. So it's got like 5,200 engagement or over 5 grand engagement. And it's going to be primarily a ditch banger slash, you know, kind of flatland boondocking sled. And I'll do a little trail riding with it, but I like to go big. I like to send it, you know, so if I can find something to jump, I'm going to jump it. I like road gaps and big hills, and I'll do some power line riding. So this sled's going to be perfect for that. And I got that 12-gallon tank. I was going to run 100 low lead, but I think I'm just going to run 91 pump gas and see if I can make it as fast as a stock 800. So I'd be really happy if I can beat 0 to 60 a stock 800, or just drag race across the field and beat an 800. That'd be sweet. That'd make me happy for all the work that I'm going to put into this. But, well, I appreciate you guys watching my videos, hanging around. I got the kids' little 120s out, so maybe we'll take a couple videos this weekend of them ripping around on the 120s. But guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I'd really appreciate it. Leave a comment down there, and I will definitely try to get back to you on them comments. So, all right, guys, have a good one. Thanks for watching. Fail.